Hello, good day everyone. My name is Nelson Subito. I'm from TLE 4B. So the topic we're assigned is all about the educational system during Spanish era. So the educational system during Spanish era, there was already a formal educational system. Formal educational system includes classroom instructions, workshops, natin mga inana. Formal na natong educational system. And next is primary level to the tertiary level of education. So we have already a primary to college or tertiary level. Primary level includes a elementary level. Next is the school focus on the Christian's doctrines. So centered, religious centered. The education system during Spanish era is religious centered, focus on the religion. Next is there was a separate school for boys and girls. So unlike today, ipon na ang school sa boys and girls. But before, during Spanish era, there is a separation between the boys and girls. The school of the boys and girls is strictly prohibited. Next is the wealthy Filipinos or the ilustrados were accommodated in the schools. So during Spanish era, only wealthy Filipinos or ilustrados or educated Filipinos were only allowed to accommodate in the school or to teach in every schools. Next, colonial education brought more non-beneficial effects to the Filipinos. Nga naman, because during colonial education, to those who went to secondary school were expected to civil servants. So, civil servants lang ang mga secondary school sa una. Civil servants includes mga official servants, public servants, and primary were expected to be a good farmers only. So wala na nakapikto sa tuba, wala non-beneficial sila, wala siya nada nato hangtod karon. Next is educational degree 1863. So the first educational system for students in the country was established. Next, provide school institution for the boys and girls in every town. Next, Spanish schools started accepting Filipinos. So, in other words, educational degree 1863 is a normal, there is already a normal educational system. Because, why? Because Spanish schools started already accepting Filipino students, because before is only Spanish people were accepted in that particular school. Next is the normal school was established. So there was already a normal school. There was already a great school policies, rules, and regulations. There's already like something like that. Next, the friars controlled the educational system during the Spanish time. So, ang mga pari, the friars, they are the one controlling the educational system. They are also a teachers during Spanish era, the friars. Next is the missionaries took charge in teaching, controlling, and maintaining the rules, regulation imposed by civilians. So, missionaries also, they're the one also controlling the rules and regulation in every schools or for the students. Next is The schools before were exclusive for the Spanish. The Filipinos were only able to enter the school in the late 19th century. So, in 1863, Filipinos are not allowed to enter in the school. How bad, diba? So the educational system before has a very big difference today, because before we are controlled by the priors. The rules and regulations are controlled by the priors. And then today we have already a formal or good educational system. We have teachers, we are free, we have freedom to speak, unlike before that Spanish language is compulsory. That's all.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rogine Latorino, BSED-TLE 4B, and our topic is all about the educational system during the Spanish era, so educational system of the Philippines. So the introduction and the overview was discussed by Nelson Subito, and this is the continuation. So during Spanish era, the school for boys, so the first established schools were exclusive only for the boys. So the Augustinians built the first school in the Philippines, situated in Cebu in 1565. So college during the Spanish era was equivalent to a university. So college is equivalent na, so they are the same. And then the first college school for the boys was the Colegio de San Ignacio, which was established by the Jesuits in Manila in 1589. So they also established the Colegio de San Ildefonso in Cebu in 1595. So in 1601, Colegio de San Jose was established. In 1589, the Escuela Pia was entrusted by the government to the Jesuits. So the University of Santo Tomas opened in 1611 by the Dominicans. So it was established by Dominicans. Then the San Juan de Letran for the orphan boys in 1630. So school for girls, Colegio de Santa Potenciana was the first school and college for girls. So this was opened in 1589. And then Colegio de Santa Isabel opened in 1632. So school for girls gihapon. And then the religious congregations also established schools for the girls called Beaterio. So there are also effects of colonial education in the Philippines. So first, the friars were effective in evangelizing the Catholic religion to the Filipinos. So through focusing religion, many of the Filipinos become Christian. And then one major failure of the educational system of the religious congregations was the withholding of the Filipinos to learn other bodies of knowledge. And then education during the Spanish regime was privileged only to Spanish students. So mauto ang several educated Filipinos, referred to as ilustrados, began movements directed towards change in the system of government in the Philippines. So to conclude, Spanish education played a major role in that transformation. So the oldest universities, colleges, vocational schools, and the first modern public education system in Asia were created during the colonial period. And then the focus of education during the Spanish colonization of the Philippines was mainly religious education. So the Catholic doctrine schools that were set up initially became parochial schools which taught reading and writing along with catechism. So that's all. Thank you.